We're ready.
We're ready. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yay!
Cheers, Nancy.
Cheers to you.
Here we go. I am Carrie Peoples with Neat Smart, because Neat really is smart. I'm with Nancy Waldeck with Tayson Staver, who is the chief partyologist.
Well, close.
Chef partyologist.
Healthy
chef
partyologist.
We're really tired this
Yes,
week.
we are. That's why we need the sparkling wine.
Yes. There we go. We'll start off with the sparkler today.
And it smells so good, doesn't it, Carrie?
I tasted it first before smelling it. It is really good.
It's creamy and biscuity and citrus.
This would be a perfect way to start off your Thanksgiving.
It would. Okay, so let me tell you about this bottle.
Okay.
It is Argyle. It is from Oregon. It's from Willamette Valley.
Willamette, yes.
Willamette Valley. And it is a combination of a blend of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Classic blend from
So that's
Champagne.
a red grape and a white grape. Okay.
Yep.
And what is our theme today for
Our
wines?
theme is Thanksgiving, and because it's Thanksgiving, we're doing all-American wines.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, great. Because I remember you saying that. I just thought
Yes,
it was a great idea.
yes, absolutely.
So yeah, this is really wonderful. And I love starting off with our sparkling wine. It's just a nice, easy way to,
Roll into the holiday.
which can be a little stressful for a lot of us. So
everybody,
anyway, this is
everybody
good.
could use a little bit of sparkly to start off with.
So where are we going to start off?
Okay,
with our
all right,
lunch?
look at this. Oh, so this is a salmon caper spread. And Carrie, it is so easy. Everything I've got planned for you today is so easy. You can do it right at the last minute. You can send the kids into the kitchen and do it. That's
This
how
is
easy
great.
it is. As long as they can work a food processor, you are good to go.
Oh, that's wonderful. And this looks like all stuff that you could probably find at your local grocery store. Nothing super fancy.
Nothing fancy at all. So
Okay.
I want you to try it.
Yes.
Um,
I'll have to.
Yes. So the salmon caper spread is simply smoked salmon
Okay.
right from the grocery store, a little bit of cayenne pepper. So we got some zippity doodah there. Some Neufchâtel, say that 3 times fast, which just means that it's 1/3 less fat.
Okay.
So some light cream
That's
cheese,
delicious.
or you could use goat cheese if you wanted to.
Okay.
A little bit of capers, put it into the food processor. I'm done. And we garnished it with some chives. We put a little bit more cayenne, and we made some toast. And this is some of my favorite bread. This is a multi-grain bread, and it is from Kroger, so you can find
It's
it.
hearty though. It's not a wimpy bread.
Yeah, and so think about that as an appetizer. It goes great with the sparkly wine, but it's just something that everybody. It's not overly salmon, so even people that are not as crazy about smoked salmon as we are
It's
would
not,
like it.
It's not fishy, as my
It's,
grandmother
there
would
we
say.
go. It
That
is
just
just
tastes fishy.
It definitely is not
This
fishy.
looks really good. I love smoked salmon. I love either with a bagel or any other way that you
Anything,
serve
yeah.
it. But just
Crudité. I mean, we
but
can do
making it
crudité.
easy.
Yeah. Oh, and did I mention the capers?
Yes, you did mention
I
the
did.
capers.
Okay.
Love
All right.
capers.
I do too.
Now these are bigger. I've seen the little bitty ones and I've seen the
Okay.
bigger
Oh, I'm
ones.
so glad you asked. I didn't even cue you on that one. Yay! Okay, so these are capote capers. Okay, there's a difference. The little teeny ones are nonpareil.
Yes.
Those are the most expensive because they're the youngest.
Okay.
Actually, capers are a berry. They grow on a caper bush.
Okay.
And they're a berry, and they can get to be as big as a cherry.
Well, I've seen caper berries.
Which I've heard are great in a martini. But, yes.
Another
But anyway,
another
sorry.
show.
Anyway, so these are a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So they've been hanging out longer. The nonpareil are with the chef slick. Many of my friends love the nonpareil.
Because they are small and very flavorful.
Oui. Okay. Oh, we haven't even. I know.
We're a little tired.
Okay, but these are a little bit bigger. They're squishier.
Okay.
And they give you more caper flavor. And you can find this. I mean, this is the Kroger brand.
Yeah.
So, and they're a little less expensive.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And I love that pickly, briny.
Yeah,
It just adds a
exactly.
nice,
Yes.
nice compliment to
Yes.
this smoked salmon.
And I got to tell you one more
Yes.
thing because I am a healthy chef
Healthy chef cardiologist.
They have a lot of quercetin in them.
What is
which
that?
is a Q anti-inflammatory. So it's QUERCETIN.
I've never heard of it.
Quercetin. You can buy pills that are quercetin, but you don't have to. You can
I'll
just
just eat.
capers.
Even better.
Yes.
So we're focusing today on last minute Thanksgiving prep, which I'm sure none of, we are not, you are not last minute people. But just some things that you can do last minute to have some nice dishes to prepare or to get organized. So what I'm going to suggest is today is Monday, obviously Thanksgiving is Thursday. Go ahead and set the table as early as you can. Just get it done. Because most people aren't going to use their dining room. If they're entertaining, they're not going to use it between now and then. So go ahead and set the table. Get your linens, your china, silverware, everything. Do your place cards if you're going to do that. And another thing I suggest, as I go off camera,
I love this idea.
is to go ahead and take out your serving pieces. So most people are serving Thanksgiving probably on a buffet style, but it's easy to forget, especially if you have other people helping you. Bringing other dishes. Well, how much space do we need, and do we have the right dishes for everything? So I recommend that you go ahead and put your dishes out, and then if you want to be super organized and get extra points, you can go ahead and use a sticky note and then write the name of the dish. So if we're doing salmon, just use my handy dandy Sharpie.
Woohoo.
And go ahead and put that on that dish. So just so I know exactly what's going to go
There's a
in.
landing spot now.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then take out the serving pieces as well, your forks, knives, and just to make sure that you have everything. So get the table set, bring out all your serving pieces, and that way you've got one less thing to have to worry about on Thanksgiving Day.
And because there's always so much to worry
There's so
about.
much to worry about.
Thanksgiving
Yes,
Day.
it's a high pressure day.
It is. It is.
Yum. So what's our next? Oh,
Well,
wait,
next we're going to try another wine before.
Oh, of course.
Yes. All right.
How
So
silly.
I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to. All right. So number 2, American wine. The wines that I'm having you taste today, Carrie, are all wines that can go all the way through the meal. So Argyle is our most expensive. That Argyle Sparkling is the most expensive. It's $25.
Okay, but that's a sparkler, so you're probably not going to have that serve as much of that.
Yeah.
I would think.
Well, actually, I think you can drink it all the way through dinner. You
I
know, we don't think about sparkly through dinner, but gosh, I really like it. But 25, and I found it at Whole Foods.
Okay.
So that's just a tip. And this one is, I'm always sharing Charles Smith wines with you from Washington State, the rock star winemaker. But this one is one that people are going to love because it's so food friendly, especially with the herbs and spices in your Thanksgiving meal. So if you're not going red, white, and you're going white.
And I love the name of this too.
I know, Country Girl. Isn't that good?
It's a little fruit to it.
Yeah, fruit forward. But when you think about those Thanksgiving spices, this is going to pair so beautifully with that.
Sage, rosemary.
Exactly.
That is yummy.
It's cool and refreshing, and you're going to need something cool, crisp, and
And
refreshing.
it's not heavy. I love a bold Cabernet or Zinfandel, but this is definitely lighter, and it just doesn't feel like it's going to compete with anything.
It's not. So this is my second recommendation. Washington State, Kung Fu Girl, less than $15. Kroger, Publix, anywhere.
I love that we can find these things at the grocery store. I know it's going to be crazy on Wednesday, but at least you know it's close by.
Yes, exactly. All right, I'm going to put this back here because I'm going to show you my next appetizer. Okay, so this is something that you can make the pita chips that I'm going to show you how to make, or you can actually serve this with corn chips or crudité or just about anything. So, super easy. 2 cans, 15-ounce cans, regular size cans, black beans in the food processor.
Do you drain, rinse and drain?
Rinse and drain always. And the reason we rinse and drain is because it takes this, this is not a low sodium food, but if you rinse and drain, you can get rid of up to 40% of the salt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So always rinse and drain. Okay. So I've got my squozer, one of the essential kitchen tools.
Yes.
In the healthy kitchen.
Duplicates.
Yep. A little bit of lime juice in here.
Yum. And that was cilantro that you put in there?
That was about a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
And now I'm going to put in the garlic.
Oh, wow. That's a healthy...
Yes. And a little bit of sea salt.
Okay.
And last but not least, who doesn't love avocado?
I love avocado.
Well, this is my secret. Even if you don't like avocado, you want won't be able to tell it's in here because instead of using oil in this hummus, I'm using avocado.
Great idea.
So it's better for you. You're getting a little bit more fiber. You're getting the good oil from the avocado. I'm going to walk right back here so I can take out my pit. So that's what you want to do. You want to put it on your board. You want to then whack it with the heel of your knife, and then there goes the avocado in.
Those are great avocados.
Aren't they
this
beautiful?
looks super fresh.
Yes, they are. Actually, they were on sale the other day at Kroger for 99 cents for the small ones.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal. Okay, I'm not going to zhuzh this because it's going to be loud, but this is it. There it is,
great.
the whole thing. Zhuzh it until it's smooth, and then
4 ingredients. That's amazing.
yeah,
5 ingredients.
yeah, and then when it's done, you pop it into you take it out. You take out the black bean hummus and you pop it into the dishwasher, the food
perfect.
processor. Yep, yep.
No muss, no fuss.
Yep. All right, now I'm going to show you. All right, so I'm going to let's move this back.
Yes. I can put it over here.
Can you? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All righty. So here we go. I can't wait for you to try
I'm
this.
excited.
But look at these are homemade pita chips.
Yes.
And not that we have anything against Stacy. We think
No,
she's a smart
love
woman.
Stacy.
Loves Stacy. But this is how you make your own homemade pita chips. You take your pita, you divide it into 4, and you pull apart each piece of the pita. Putting it, yeah, isn't that good?
Super yum.
All right, so this is another one of the kitchen tools. I'm getting the people, I'm getting you people ready for Christmas and your Christmas list or your Hanukkah list. Look at this. You need one of these. This comes in a 2-pack. This is, EVO
Sprayer. That's
sprayer.
so good.
Yep. Okay, so now that I've sprayed it, all I'm going to do is put a little bit of salt on top of the chips. Little bit of salt. And you can use any kind of spice blend. I even have a guy that uses McCormick steak seasoning
Oh,
on
wow.
his pita chips.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
What are you using here?
I'm using a little bit of garam masala.
Oh, that's
It's
one of
that
my favorites.
wonderful, wonderful Indian spice blend. Smells like warm
Oh.
baking spices. Yep.
So I was like, yeah, it's got
Yeah.
a little sweetness to it.
Yeah,
This is like
it's
cardamom or something?
Cardamom, cinnamon, coriander. So all of those have a little sweetness. I'm going to take this, put it in a 400-degree oven, about 10, 12 minutes, and you have those beautiful pita chips.
Oh, that's great. And that's so, again, so easy, something you can do ahead of time. And then you can, again, pita's an easy thing to find at the grocery store.
Yeah. Okay, so 48 chips out of a package. They'll
That's
keep for
huge.
2 or 3 days. Yeah. So it's great because then it's less expensive too, right?
Yeah, it's actually, and you're not having something that's been processed. Even
Right.
though I love Stacy's chips.
I do too. Yeah.
But these are really good.
Yep.
Love it.
Yay!
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get my food out of the way. So, my second tip, organizing tip for the holidays is, for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is so food focused, and most people love the leftovers almost more than they love the actual Thanksgiving day eating the food.
Yeah.
So my tip is go ahead today, tomorrow at the latest, go ahead and get some containers to make sure that you have enough. If you are entertaining and you want to send leftovers home with people, give them some plastic containers with lids so they can do that. I actually, believe it or not, save dishes from takeout or from the grocery store. If you have, cream cheese or something, you can save these dishes as well. But make it easy for people to take the leftovers. You probably don't want to have a ton of leftovers hanging around unless you're going to entertain again or you still have a house full of people. But get the plastic containers. If you don't want to use these types of containers, you can just use a plate, a disposable plate with plastic wrap and foil. But again, we're just trying to make it easy. It seems like we're always running around trying to find
something to put it in.
and something that's not going to take up too much space because your refrigerator is probably already jam-packed.
Yeah.
So, and I love the square containers just because you can see what's in there and things can stack up nicely. Technically, actually, the round ones take up more space, but anyway, love the rectangles and squares.
And they're on sale in a lot of stores right
Yes, and you could even use your Sharpie that I set aside and write the name of what's in here if you can't tell on top. And then, of course, when you wash these, that'll wash off as well. But it's just great to have some of these extra around the house so that you can give them to your guests.
And you got to tell. So Carrie and I belong to a cookbook club. You got to tell. This is my favorite story. The first time we ever met, which was 2 years ago or something like that. We had, so everybody, we read a cookbook.
Yes.
Everybody brings a dish from the cookbook. And then at the end of the evening, there's always food left over. And so the very first time we were all standing around going, oh, you take this home and take that home. And Carrie goes, wait, I have containers in my car.
Yes, of course. I actually had Ziploc bags too,
Yeah.
so we used zippy bags, and that worked. That's another thing that you can use in a pinch. But thank you for
Yeah, I
for
loved
remembering
it. It
that.
still makes me laugh when I think about it.
Because
It's
who
like,
doesn't have Ziploc bags in their car or plastic containers?
Yeah.
Well, probably most normal people don't.
Awesome. Okay, so I have 2 more wines.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm trying to go through the whole gamut to make everybody in the family happy. Okay.
Good luck with that.
I know. we're gonna make the old college try with it though. So I've got 2 sets of glasses here,
Okay.
and so we're gonna try that one. We're gonna try this first.
Okay.
So just because it's fall, just because it's cold weather, does not mean you cannot drink rosé.
Oh, I usually think of rosé as a nice summer drink.
Absolutely, but it is also really good this time of the year too, all year round. And so I have an American rosé that this is one of my favorites.
Oh, good to know.
That's a favorite American rosé, I should say. And this is going to make you laugh, I think, when I show you the front label.
Oh, what could it be?
So, what does this look like, Carrie?
That's a spaceship.
It is.
That's a UFO.
It is. I wish y'all could see it on the front of this bottle. And this wine is called Vin Gris de Cigar
Okay.
because the spaceship was cigar shaped, and this is a true story.
That's hilarious.
This wine is named after a law that banned alien spaceships from landing in the vineyards of Chateauneuf-du-Pape.
Of
it's
course.
a real law.
Because only in France would
I
you
know.
have a law against spaceships landing in your vineyard.
Because the spaceship was going to land.
That's
and
so funny.
Isn't that great?
I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. But it's like an 18th century etching
Yes.
drawing.
Yeah.
And then it's got a UFO on it. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Isn't that great?
Love it.
Yeah, true story. And the man that started this, this is Bonnie Doon. Randall Graham is a crazy man. He is so much fun. So only he would have a label like this. And
I gotta try this now.
actually, he has since sold his label, or his brand, but it's still
This is
still good. Isn't it good?
God, I think all of these would be good. I haven't even tried that one yet, but all of these would be good for the
All
whole
the
meal.
way through the meal, exactly.
Mm.
So this one is a classic combination of French grapes. It is Grenache and Syrah, Carignan, Cinsault, and Roussanne. So
That's a
these
lot.
are great. I know they don't sound very familiar for the most part, but these are grapes that if we were in France today, we would be drinking a rosé made out
Now,
of
and
them.
is this also an Oregon wine? Or-
This is actually California,
California, okay.
Monterey County.
Okay.
And it too is very reasonable. I bought this one at World Market, and I think it was $16 or $17. So again, you can afford to share it with friends.
And another thing to keep in mind with wines, and you probably know this better than I will, but a lot of stores will offer you a case or even a half case discount if you're buying 6 to 12 bottles. So if you're going to be entertaining, go ahead and buy 6 bottles, and you'll
Exactly.
save sometimes 10%.
Yeah,
it depends.
5 or 10%. Yeah. Yes, I was going to say, and thank you for reminding me that with the sparkler, this is the time of year to buy sparkling wine. It is the best price in November and December than it will be all year round.
I love
because they
that.
sell so much of it. Usually $39 is about the least, the cheapest I can get real French champagne, right? It's usually Nicolas Foyt, which is the #1 selling French champagne, yes, in France. But this is the time to buy it because they're trying to move it out, so they will have the best prices on it. So if you do like sparkling wine, and
Yes.
especially champagne, this is the time of year to buy it. Stock up for the whole next
Well,
year.
and my big thing is also buying gifts ahead of time and thinking of all the people like your friends or maybe coworkers, people that you're not, may not be buying a personalized gift, but a bottle of wine or a bottle of sparkling wine or a bottle of champagne is such a great gift because A, it's a consumable.
Yes.
And B, they could pass it on to somebody else if they don't care for it or if they don't have time to drink it or if it doesn't appeal to them.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to share, holiday cheer. You can tie a cute bow around the bottle and put a label on, put your own little tag on it. But just go ahead and have a case of wine or sparkling wine or champagne available for those gifts. So take advantage of the sales. That's a great.
And I have another tip for that too. So, so this lovely person, it's a friend of all of ours. We know George.
Yes, we love George.
Yes. Okay, so George brought this bottle over to me, and he did not put his name or anything else. But so what I do, because a lot of people forget that, even though you just don't remember.
Of course.
Yeah. So what I do always is take a Sharpie and write what it is. I said George dinner, and then I wrote the date there.
That's
so he brought it over for
idea.
dinner, and now I know to remind myself when I open this, I can let George know we had it with pork tenderloin on.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I love the idea also of getting maybe some stickers printed up
Stickers,
to say thank you, or you can
yes.
even get stickers that are plain from Office Depot or something like that, and then just write on there.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
an easy way to have those gifts.
And I don't have one handy, but I do have some of those really pretty metallic pins, and that I've started doing that when I give people bottles.
Metallic Sharpies are great. Yes,
because
those
you
are
can write
wonderful.
right on the bottle.
Cool. Okay, so I've got another tip.
Yay!
It's really more of a suggestion. So
Okay.
Thanksgiving Day, a lot of people like to go around the table and say what they're thankful for. Most people say their health and their family, and those, of course, are important. But I like to take a little different tact and think of just make something a little bit more entertaining to talk to your family about. So one suggestion I have is to go around the table and everybody has to say something that they are thankful for that if they didn't have would make their lives miserable. I will say for me, probably my iPhone, coffee, and my apps on my phone to help me with social media. I love Audible. I have fallen in love with listening to podcasts and listening to books. So those are some things that I wouldn't say my life would be miserable, but I really enjoy
It'd be a
those
lot
things.
harder. Yeah.
Another thing you can do is go around and say somebody that you're thankful for this year, or something that happened that you thought was going to be negative and ended up being a positive. I mean, just kind of get creative with it, because it's fun to learn a little bit about the family or friends that you have sitting around your
I love
table.
that.
So it's just, I
Yeah.
think, take time, maybe between courses, just to have everybody go around and share, like I said, something they're thankful for that's not the traditional, health and family. So think of the things that we really are thankful, like heating. I mean, that seems silly, but we can get gas whenever we want.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just fun to go back and
Heated
see.
seats in the car.
Yes.
Oh, you said heated, and that's what I thought of.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot water that
Yeah.
I can get at any point.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
That is nice.
So anyway, just an idea, because it's not just being thankful for your friends and your family and your health. Those are great, but just to really adopt an attitude of gratitude where you're
I like that.
thanks, but just aware of the things that we have. And
Yeah.
it's we live in a great country, and it's great to be able to have all these luxuries, and it's just, I think it's nice to acknowledge those every once in a
Yeah,
while.
because we do take them for granted, don't
Yes, we do. I do.
we? Yeah, me too.
Okay.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna pour you. So if you've got people that are red wine people, they must have red wine.
Okay.
Okay, if they must have red wine, this is kind of a fun one. It's a little bit different. It is a blend of Petite Syrah and Petite Verdot.
Okay.
It's from Michael David.
I love the
I
label.
know.
It's so cute.
They are so creative. It's two guys in Lodi, California. You can find this wine everywhere. It's just a little different, and that's why I chose it. It's not the same old. It's going to be, and you'll notice that I'm serving it at 65 degrees, 64, 65 degrees. You don't want to serve your red wine too cold, Carrie.
Okay.
Because all you're going to taste, too hot, all you're going to taste is tannin and alcohol.
Yeah, definitely
And if
don't
you
want that.
like that, that's all right. But,
Not a good idea on Thanksgiving.
yeah. So, yeah, red cherries and cranberries. I get some cranberries. So,
That's really good.
and it's fun, fruity, fruit forward. Everyone's gonna love it. And you can pretty much make it all the way through the meal with that.
That is delicious. That's really nice. Now, how much is this one?
This one is like $17. Again, Kroger, anywhere. It's widely distributed. And you can remember it by the elephants.
I know, I just remember
Elephant
that.
wines.
Like the circus wine.
Yeah, circus wine.
And if anyone is interested, all of the wines and the recipes are going to be available on. I will be sending out a newsletter that has all of those, and I think you also include them in your Friday 4.
Yes, I include them in the Friday 4, and they'll also be on my blog.
On
I'll
your
go
blog.
ahead and put it on the Taste and Savor blog.
Okay, perfect. So
Okay,
what do we have?
2 more things.
Yay.
All right, so this is, look at this, Carrie.
So
3
pretty.
ingredients.
That's great. And this looks festive because you have your orange and green.
Does.
That's so
and
nice.
you notice that you don't want it, you want to be messy.
Oh, good.
Okay, you want to be
Yay.
messy. So
Try this.
taste that, and it is 3 ingredients. This is when you do want the orange apricots because they're so pretty. So our apricots, pistachios, goat cheese. Isn't that yummy?
That is so
Sweet
yummy.
and savory from the goat cheese, and then a little crunch from the pistachios.
So are the pistachios raw, roasted?
They're actually just raw, just shelled pistachios.
They are delicious.
Thank you. Okay, so, and then I have one more tip and one last thing for us to enjoy. The tip I have is something that we both can comment on.
Absolutely.
So I was trying to think of what to put on the Thanksgiving table just to make it pretty without having to buy more flowers and, carve the turkey out of the pineapple and all this kind of stuff. And when I was in the Whole Foods on this weekend, I found the most beautiful fruit. So I've got
those persimmons are beautiful.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving. I found lady apples, blood oranges, and then look at the tangerines.
Oh, how pretty.
Aren't they pretty?
I love it with the leaves.
Yeah, with the leaves. So literally, you can scatter that all over the table, put in some little candles, some little small
votives.
Yeah, votive candles, and you're done. Even if you don't have any candles, put it in glass.
I even love going outside and getting some pine cones. I have kind of a pine cone obsession. But throw it, adding those in. I have never done it with acorns, but I love the idea of that. But just using natural elements is so great. Not only because you can eat it later, or you can cook with it, but you can also just compost it if necessary. We'll talk about this with Christmas decorations as well. But I love bringing nature in to the house for your decor because it just looks so elegant too.
It does, and it makes it looks like Thanksgiving then because it's in season.
Yes, exactly. And you're not pulling out some other plastic manufactured thing. You're actually using the things found in nature, which is great.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you about this chocolate. This is just like calling my name.
All right, you need to taste it. So this is chocolate bark we made, and so look at this. I just want to give you a quick chocolate primer.
2 ingredients.
2 ingredients. Chocolate and ginger. And as you so aptly pointed out, so if we serve this after dinner, it's a lovely little sweet, and it is also ginger helps with the digestion.
Yes, I love ginger.
I do too. So this is just a little bit of 85%, and then this is 71% chocolate. You want to make sure that chocolate is the first ingredient. So this says organic cocoa liqueur, organic cocoa butter, and so sugar is the third ingredient of this. So because it's got such a high chocolate content, that's good. And it does not say processed with alkali. Doesn't say that. Or Dutch processed. So it's not processed, so you're getting the most antioxidants.
Yum. That's great.
These have been on sale. So this is the wonderful. May I share one with you?
I can eat a whole one. Now, do you just melt the chocolate?
You melt the chocolate. Okay. This is revolutionary. Get a big saute pan over really low heat. Keep it moving. You do not have to use a double boiler.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, but you may not answer your phone.
That
you cannot go to the bathroom. You cannot do anything.
You must be on chocolate duty.
Yes, wooden spoon and move it around, and it's that deep dark chocolate and that crystallized ginger. So we just bought the crystallized ginger, chopped it up, and it's just pretty good.
So, what wine would you recommend?
I would not recommend wine with this.
Thank you, because you're so liquored up by this point.
I know. Well, and plus deep dark chocolate. A beautiful cup of coffee is the best ending for this. Do not try to drink your red wine because this chocolate, even though it's dark, is going to kill your red wine. So I'm not of the school of red wine and chocolate because we want to appreciate the red wine. We don't appreciate the chocolate. So if you want something to drink with this, Ruby Port is what I would do.
Okay.
But, you may not need a glass of wine at this point.
I think we're ready for coffee at this point.
Good cup of coffee.
Yes. Good cup of Joe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I am so excited about Thanksgiving. I'm so excited to have some good recipes that are easy, that I can do at the last minute. Again, if you are entertaining, go ahead and set your table, bring out your serving dishes, make it easy for yourself, get some plastic containers for your to-go. The items are going to be your leftovers. And just remember to be thankful and share with your friends and family what they're thankful for. And we are so happy to have you guys here. So, if you're looking for Neat Smart, which I'm sure you are, you can find me on Facebook at Neat Smart. Yep, Neat Smart. You can also find me on Instagram. Please sign up. If you guys are interested in getting the recipes or the wines, put your name in the comments field. Would love to send you, we'll have the wrap up ready probably this evening, so we can send that out to you tomorrow. And again, it'll have links to the wines and the recipes as well as the organizing tips. So.
Yay. And tasteandsavor.com is my website. It will all this information will be on the blog. I want y'all to sign up for the Friday 4 too. So if you go to my website, you're going to see a little box right there. Friday 4 is a healthy recipe like one of these, a wine pairing under $20, and also a couple kitchen tips.
You had was it a pumpkin cheesecake?
Personal pumpkin cheesecakes last week. They're so good. Less sugar, less fat. More yummy.
More yummy, more goodness.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. We will be back in 2 weeks. I don't think we talked about a date.
No, we didn't, but we will be.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
So anyway, thanks.